Hello, welcome to another episode of The End of the Search. This one I call it, You Are Already Free. What do I mean by that? Right now, right this moment, in spite of whatever may seem to be taking place in your life, you are free. You may not know it or may not recognize it, but you are. We're going to put it to the test. Right now, right this moment, whatever thought is appearing in the screen of consciousness, just see it as such, as a thought. Right now, it's just a thought, because you are. If this thought is seen and not judged, you are free. When the thought is judged, that's what it appears as if you're not free. But you're always free because you are. Not because you are free, but because you are. Always, you cannot not be. You always are being. Right now. It just so happens that it's overshadowed by a thought that has been judged. But if you don't judge the thought, you cannot help but just be. So the imprisonment has nothing to do with the outside world. The imprisonment has to do with the content of the mind that is being believed in. But right now, you are free. Now, you may say, yeah, but there's a worry or is a concern. Well, let's look at it together. First, there is a thought. And then that thought is being described as worry, concern. But the terms worry and concern are also thoughts. Have you noticed that? The only thing is that when you label it worry or concern because you have believed the thought, that seems to have a different texture. But what if whatever the scene may be, don't label it worry or concern, just see it as just a thought. You see? Then it's just that. And then you may say, yeah, but I have a feeling. Okay, hold it right here. Okay? A feeling is just a feeling. The problem is that if we take the feeling and we take the thought and we use the thought to describe the feeling, now all of a sudden the feeling adds to the problem or the seeming problem. But the feeling is just a feeling. Just let it be. Thoughts are one thing, feelings are another things. Feelings, sensations, emotions. You're just being, you're resting right now in the beingness, okay? That beingness, it's freedom. That's why you are always free. Because you are always being. You can never not be. See? So, if a thought arises and it's seen, not a problem. If a thought arises and then you see how the mind tries to interpret it, which is another thought, once again, we remember that I am. It's not that I remember that I am as a conceptual remembering, because then we're going back to another thought. I'm just pointing to what is. Right now, this is the obviousness of what is. You see? That cannot be denied. It's just that the sense of identity is addicted to thinking, is addicted to the thoughts, to the self-description. You see? And then all of a sudden, the engages in the mind and we overlook the substratum, the background, which is what is. Right now, this is the background. You see? And I'm inviting you to simply notice it. Because you can never not be. That's why you are always free. And in the freedom that we are, in the freedom that is, it's not you or me, it's just what is. In this freedom, in this open space, which is what we are always, thoughts will appear, sensations will appear, circumstances will appear. But if we don't engage with thought in terms of trying to judge whatever the appearance may be, we are free. You see? Notice that life is. Right now, whatever the seeming problem you think you have, you see, you think you have, I am not here in any way, shape, or form asking you to deny what you're feeling. That is not what this is about. I'm pointing to the obvious. I'm pointing to the isness, which is what is. You see? Respecting whatever the feelings may come through you or the thoughts, that's fine. I am not here to judge them, and I'm not here to make anyone wrong for that. I'm simply pointing to right now, which is the freedom in which we, you, whatever, always rest, because that is the nature of our being. Technically speaking, all that we're doing is noticing the mind, the content of the mind, and mind is just thoughts, so it's just the word we're using anyway. Noticing so that the spell, is released, I don't know, and we are just simply resting in beingness, which is the nature of what we are. Always. This never changes. It'll never change. And the mind can still come up with thoughts. Yeah, but how do I deal with this or with that? The answer is very simple. I do not know, and it does not matter, because I am free. And in this freedom, I trust, and that's the key word. I trust that whatever it's presented, which is life itself, life will also take care of it, either because it takes this image or character and it inspires it to do something about it, or maybe there's nothing to do, just simply be. That's the freedom I'm pointing to. I don't need to control anything. I don't need to try to control anything. I simply am. See, I am. Now, if the mind goes, yeah, but I would like to have this, or I would like to do that, these are thoughts. And these thoughts are there only to feed the original thought that says, I am a separate individual. And the moment I buy the thought, I am a separate individual, I am already in a prison. And there's nothing I can do about it, because every single thought will be to support that sense of identity, even if I am thinking in terms of doing something to feel free. See, I'm still identified with a sense of identity. The freedom I'm talking about is not for the person, it's from the belief that I am a person. Therefore, I am free not because I am a person who no longer believes for his or her thoughts. No. I am free because I am. And this is direct experience. This is not theory. I'm not here to tell you theory. This is something that you are experiencing right now. Just for a moment, be willing to not believe whatever thoughts are crossing the mind right now, just for one moment. That's what I'm asking for. And I'm not asking you to think that you are not believing anything. I'm simply saying, I'm just trying to use words, which they're limiting anyway, to point to the obviousness of this moment. This is it. So what I'm asking you is, don't believe any thought right now, just don't believe it, it doesn't matter, and what is the experience? And don't answer, because if you answer, that is also a thought. I'm just pointing to the obviousness of what is. Right now, you are. Right now, I am. Right now, life is. What you are is life. And this is what I'm pointing to. Resting in beingness, this is the peace that passes all understanding. And the more this becomes so ingrained and seen, put it this way, becomes, because it's your nature, so it doesn't become anything. But again, language, it's always going to be tricky. Then you can recognize right now, I'll put it this way, you're living in the freedom that we're pointing to. And life will unfold as it wills. It's a mystery. I don't know what is the next word is going to come through me. I have no clue what is the next thing I'm going to do. It appears as if though I may know, because there's a couple of things that are being done, but it doesn't matter. Everything could change. All I know is that I am. And so are you. And there's no me and a you. So this is just, again, the limitation of language. But I think you know where I'm pointing to right now. See? Don't identify with any thoughts. I didn't say they won't be there. Probably they will be for the rest of the life of the seeming character. But whether they're there or not, if they're seen and not judged, you see, then notice that you are. See? That's the amness where this all is pointing to. Which is pointing to yourself, It's pointing to what is. We use the word pointing because I don't know what other word to use, but it's maybe a recognition to what is. And that is freedom. And you are always free, because you always are. And just thoughts are like a parade of movement, abstract movement. Same thing with feelings and sensation. There just seems to be a little bit more solid movements because they seem to be felt. Not a problem. That's fine. Let them be. Same with circumstances. But you are. You remain as you are. And you are free. And this is what was inspired through this instrument. So I hope it serves. And as always, may peace permeate the mind so that love can be extended.